I'm from Burlington, North Carolina.
Wow. So did you guys drive all the way here or
Yes.
fly? How far of a drive?
Ooh, I don't know. It was like 12 hours from here. Yeah, it's definitely a fun little experience.
Yeah, did you guys do that all in one day or did you split it up?
We kind of split it up. We actually went to Columbia to play at the South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball, #1 in the nation. And then we went up to Illinois to play at the Fighting Illini men's basketball, to play at their game. And now we're here in Columbia to play at Mizzou.
No, it's such a weird coincidence that it's like Columbia in both places.
I know, right? Like, it's like mind-blowing.
How did you get started doing just this kind of grand tour that you're doing with your violin?
So I got started because I used to watch a show called Little Einsteins. And on the show, there was a boy named Quincy who played the violin. And so I really liked the boy, and I liked his playing his violin. And so I begged my mom for lessons. And I finally got started right before I turned 4. And I've been playing ever since.
Wow, so you basically started right before you turned 4,
Yes.
and here you are now. How often do you practice every week?
Every single day.
For about how long?
For about like an hour.
Okay, and you still love it just as much as the
Yeah.
first day?
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself going in the future with violin?
Ooh, where do I see myself going in the future? Well, what I've always wanted to do is be like Lindsay Sterling. Lindsay Sterling plays the violin and she like dances, and I actually want to, and I also tap dance. So I want to, and I've created this new style of violin and I call it tap-a-lin, and it's violin and tapping combined. I have a song out on YouTube. It's Carol of the Bells with tapping. Yeah, so I really want to do that in the future and like be like a concert artist and like have concerts and stuff like that.
Wow, that is very cool.
Thank you.
So do you also practice tap every single day just as much as violin?
I probably practice tap like 2 times a week.
Okay, and now you're combining both of them.
Yeah.
That is so cool. And so this is your 21st state, Missouri, is that
Yes.
correct? So could you just tell me like where the idea came from for you to go to all these different places to eventually make it to all 50 states?
The idea came from, so basically, we were kind of just like, hey, so COVID kind of hit, and we hadn't really had a lot of like performance opportunities. So Mom was like, you know what? We should play national anthem places. And I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. Let's do this. So my first national anthem was at the Burlington Sock Puppets in my hometown, Burlington. and we've just been like kind of going out and like seeing new things, traveling to different places. It's been really a cool journey.
Do you always drive to different places or have you flown?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
I mean, sometimes we sometimes we fly if there's like a really like strict time schedule, but most of the time we drive.
Awesome. So where have the states mostly been that you've been to? Has it really been in like the east, the south, all over?
Really all over, really.
Do you have any other plans after Missouri? Do you know where you're going next?
Yeah, I'm going to be playing at the MEAC basketball tournament in Virginia.
And that'll be your 22nd state?
No, we've already played in Virginia, and this is actually going to be my second time there.
Okay, awesome. So you're making your rounds to the same places.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Our most busy season is actually really baseball because we have like a lot of baseball games, and like baseball is like kind of like we do a lot of baseball, but like when baseball's not going, we do basketball, and we really just take whatever sports the places give us.
Do you have a favorite sport?
Ooh, favorite sport, definitely basketball.
So you're very excited about
Yeah.
Thursday. Do you ever get nervous? Like, what are your feelings going to these performances?
My feelings going into these performances are kind of just like, okay, I've done this before, I'm good. It's like it's honestly just like the same song, like, and you kind of play it everywhere, so it's just like, I've done this. This is my thing. I got this.
Awesome. And so, have you done it since you've been 11, or did you start before that? Like, how long have you been traveling around?
I've been doing this for about 2 years when I turned 9.
Okay, awesome. And I saw in your violin case you have all of the states that you've been to.
Yes, we actually just got this new case, like kind of like last year, and so we actually just kind of came back in January from a 2-month trip, 52 days, all around the U.S. Down to Texas, down to Florida, Texas, up to Seattle, down, back to New Mexico and Arizona, back to Texas again, and then up, back home. we've kind of gotten a lot of our stickers from like all those places. Like if we, I mean, like I have like stuff like Oregon whale watching, like stuff from like all over. It's really
That's
cool.
awesome. Yeah, and how do you balance all of this in school? Do you get homeschooled some of the time?
Yeah. I'm homeschooled full time. Yeah, homeschool is like, yeah. So Keep Music Alive. I'm the Junior Kids Music Day Ambassador for Keep Music Alive, and Keep Music Alive is an organization, and it's really meant to foster music in little kids, and it's kind of like keeping music alive. And they also do instrument petting zoos, and every Friday of October they have a kids music day all around the world. So, and Keep Music Alive is definitely my favorite. It's like so inspiring, and yeah, it's definitely a really cool organization.
And for the petting zoo, could you kind of explain that? Is it like literally with animals, or how does that like pair with music?
An instrument petting zoo is pretty much where like they have all of these instruments, and you can kind of just like go and like try out all these different instruments and stuff. Then they have like a few sponsors around. Yeah. Last year's was at the Cleveland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Awesome. That is so cool. And for going kind of back to your violin, how long have you had that? Do you get it, I don't know, could you just kind of talk to me about like the general maintenance of your instrument?
Oh, the general maintenance of it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so so we used to have like rental violins. So there's like all different sizes, and you kind of like grow with the sizing. So so you kind of have, so what we do is we had rented like all the different sizes, and then we had like, but now I have like a full violin, and so we like own that and stuff. Yeah, and honestly, like maintenance of it doesn't really require like a lot of care. I mean, you have to put on like rosin, and you have to like clean off the strings sometimes, but otherwise, it's a pretty chill instrument.
So is this the last one that you'll have?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh yeah, so we actually also have this passport, and like we also try to go see like all the different state capitals when we're playing, and there's like little stamps, and you can like stamp the book.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
So you have the stickers, you have the passport, and then obviously you have the performances.
Right.
Are there any other kind of fun traditions that you do on your road trips?
We also get like a lot of stuffed animals, and like every team that we go to, we get like stuff. So like, yeah, and so when we're done with the 50 states, and I definitely want to have like all of the stuffed animals from all the 50 states.
That is very cool. Have you had a favorite state or a favorite performance so far?
Favorite state and favorite performance, gotta admit. So my favorite state and favorite performance is definitely Texas, because Globe Life Field was so amazing. It's just like so like inspiring and like awe, and it's just and that's where the Texas Rangers play. And that was actually my biggest game. I had played at the ALCS Game 5 for the Texas Rangers, and I met President Bush that day. Yeah, so that was really cool, but I have to admit, Allen Fieldhouse is definitely a close second. Allen Fieldhouse is like really cool with all the history there. It's like really inspiring.
And where is that at?
That's in Kansas at KU.
Okay, gotcha. Have you met any other famous people other than a former president?
I have met Lindsey Sterling. I did get. So I went to a concert once, and we got to go like back by the bus and like wait for her to like come out, and I got to take a selfie with her, which was pretty cool. But otherwise, I don't think so.
No, that is still very cool. And again, is there anything that you'd want to say to people about what you're doing, about music in general?
It's definitely important to love what you do and never, ever, ever give up. This is definitely like something this is important to me, and like, it's definitely we want to keep music alive in everybody.
And is it always you and your mom that travel to all these places?
Yeah, sometimes my dad comes too, and my dad's like here. He's not like here, but he's like in Columbia with us. But again, I have a feeling he's going to be at the game.
So it's also a family affair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep saying this, but one more question. And do you kind of like theme out your outfits for every different place?
Yes, we do. Normally this is kind of like an exception, but like we actually get jerseys for like every place. Sometimes it might be like a dress like this, or like sometimes it might be like something like kind of different. But normally we get a jersey for every place we go, and my mom rhinestones it.